Ma'am, roll the window down, please. License and registration, please. Observe swerving. Thank you.
What Officer K found during a simple traffic stop that cold December night would follow him for the rest of his life. A woman who should have been dead for more than 20 years was sitting calmly behind the wheel, and what happened next didn't make sense with anything he'd ever learned. That one moment left him questioning what's real and what isn't. By the time backup finally arrived, the scene they walked into was beyond strange. It was impossible. This wasn't just unusual, it was something that should not exist. And the evidence? That's the part that makes this story so terrifying. You'll want to catch every single detail. But before we go on, we need to pause for just a second, because your support means everything to us. We know you could be anywhere online right now, but you chose to be here, and that seriously means a lot. So tell us, where in the world are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments. And if this is your first time finding our channel, hit subscribe and smash that like button so we can keep bringing you stories that'll keep you awake at night. Now, let's go back to what Officer K saw. Officer Jameson K had worked with the State Highway Patrol for 11 years. He'd seen a lot in that time. Drunk drivers, drug wars, roadside fights, and family arguments that spilled out onto the highway. But nothing, not even close, could have prepared him for what was about to happen. It was December 9th, 2025. The sun was already down, and the air was getting colder by the minute. Officer K was on evening duty along Route 47, a road known for speeders trying to make up time as they left the city. Traffic was light. Most people were already home, eating dinner or settling in for the night. Around 8:15 p.m., Officer K noticed a dark sedan in the right lane driving a little under the speed limit. That alone wasn't a big deal. But something about it stood out. The car kept drifting slightly, just barely crossing the white shoulder line every few seconds, then correcting itself. It wasn't wild swerving, just enough to make it look like the driver was tired, distracted, or maybe impaired. So Officer K turned on his lights and pulled in behind the sedan. The car didn't respond right away. It kept drifting forward for another 100 yards before it finally slowed down and pulled onto the shoulder. That delay immediately put him on edge. Most drivers pull over as soon as they see the flashing lights. This one acted like it didn't even notice. He radioed in the stop, gave dispatch the license plate, his exact location, and confirmed he was approaching the driver. Standard procedure. Then he grabbed his flashlight, stepped out of his patrol car, and walked toward the driver's side. The night was silent. No cars passing, just the low rumble of his idling cruiser and the small crackle of the radio in the background. As he got closer, he could see the driver clearly. It was a woman. She sat perfectly still, both hands on the steering wheel, staring straight ahead. She hadn't rolled the window down. Officer K tapped the glass with the end of his flashlight. The woman turned her head slowly, almost like a machine, and looked directly at him. Her skin was pale, way too pale, but he dealt with nervous driver before, and sometimes people just look washed out under headlights. He signaled for her to roll the window down. She did. And in that exact moment, everything started to feel wrong. Her eyes looked too wide, too focused, like they didn't blink the way they should. Officer K swallowed, cleared his throat, and started his normal greeting. He calmly explained why he had pulled her over the drifting, the uneven movement between lanes. He asked if she'd been drinking or if she felt sick. She didn't answer right away. She just stared at him, those eyes never blinking. When she finally spoke, her voice was flat and empty, with no emotion at all. She said she was fine, just tired from a long drive. Officer K noticed her. Hands hadn't moved from the steering wheel. She didn't shift in her seat or reach for anything. She sat stiff and still, like a statue. He asked where she was coming from. She said she'd been visiting family. He asked where she was going. She said home. Each answer was short and sharp. No details, no feeling. It felt less like a conversation and more like listening to someone repeat lines from a script they didn't care about. A cold feeling ran down Officer K's spine. The night had gotten colder, sure, but this felt different. Something about her didn't feel right. He pushed the feeling aside and followed procedure. He asked for her license and registration. The woman slowly reached toward the glove compartment. Her movements were stiff, almost jerky, like someone who hadn't moved in a long time and was struggling to remember how. She pulled out the registration first and handed it to him. Then she reached into her purse and took out a driver's license. Officer K held both cards up and shined his flashlight over them. The registration looked normal. Current tags. The car was registered to a woman named Sandra. Back to his patrol car, the documents in his hand, feeling a strange sense of unease growing in his chest. Once inside, he sat down and began the routine checks. He typed the name into the system. Sandra Whitmore. The birth date matched the license. He pressed enter and waited. The system took longer than usual. When the results finally appeared, Officer K froze. His blood turned cold. The record for Sandra Whitmore came up, but next to the normal information was something that made no sense at all. A death certificate. Filed and confirmed. Date of death March 14, 2002. 23 years ago. Officer K stared at the screen, certain there had to be some kind of mistake. He refreshed the page. The same result appeared. He ran the license number again. Same information. According to every official record, Sandra Whitmore had died in a car crash in 2002, at just 26 years old. There were court records, estate paperwork, and even a scanned copy of the death certificate. He clicked on it. It loaded slowly. When it appeared, he read every word. Sandra Marie Whitmore. Born June 3, 1976. Died March 14, 2002. Cause of death: blunt force trauma from a vehicle collision on Route 47, the same highway he was patrolling right now. Officer K lifted his eyes from the screen and looked toward the sedan parked ahead. The woman was still sitting there, completely motionless, through the rear window. He could see the outline of her head, not moving at all. His hand moved toward his radio without thinking. But what could he say? That he just pulled over a dead woman? He forced himself to think logically. Identity theft. Someone using the ID of a dead person. It happens. That explanation made sense, at least on the surface, but the photo matched her face. And if someone was stealing an identity, why choose one that would instantly get flagged during a traffic stop? Officer K grabbed his flashlight and stepped out of the cruiser. His training told him to handle this like a normal fake-eyed situation, but his instincts were screaming that this was something else entirely. Something was very, very wrong. He walked back toward the sedan, gripping the flashlight tighter. When he reached the window, the woman had already turned her head to look at him, same blank face. Same wide, unblinking eyes. He asked her to step out of the vehicle. His voice stayed calm and professional, but his heart was pounding. The woman tilted her head slightly, like she was thinking it over. Then, without saying a single word, she opened the door and stepped onto the shoulder. Her movements were stiff and unnatural, like her joints didn't quite work right. She stood there facing him, hands at her sides, waiting. Officer K took a deep breath and spoke directly to her. He told her the license she gave him belonged to a woman who died in 2002. He asked her to explain. What happened next made his stomach drop. The woman smiled. It wasn't a normal smile. Her lips pulled back too far, showing teeth that looked too white, too perfect. She told him he was right. The name on the license was hers. She said she had died on this very highway 23 years ago. Even though everything about this was insane, Officer K felt his training take over. He asked her for another form of ID, anything else that could prove who she was. The woman reached into her purse again, moving with the same stiff, unnatural motions. She pulled out a credit card, then a library card, then an old, faded insurance card. She handed them to Officer K one by one. He examined each under his flashlight. Every single card had the name Sandra Whitmore on it. The credit card had expired in 2002. The library card was yellowed with age, issued back in 1999. The insurance card looked even older. Everything about them felt real, like untouched pieces of the past, frozen in time. Officer K looked back up at her and asked again, this time more firmly, what was going on. She told him she didn't expect him to understand. Some things, she said, weren't meant to be understood. Her voice stayed flat and empty, but now there was something else in it. An edge, something that made the hair on the back of his neck stand up. He radioed for backup. Keeping his voice steady and professional, he told dispatch he needed another unit for assistance with an identification issue. Dispatch confirmed and said a unit was 12 minutes out. 12 minutes suddenly felt like forever. The woman stood there, that disturbing smile still on her face. Officer K asked her to place her hands on the vehicle. Standard procedure when dealing with fraudulent ID. She began to move. And that's when something happened that broke every rule of reality. Her hand passed straight through the car door. Not slipping. Not missing. It went directly through solid metal, like the door wasn't even there. Officer K blinked, sure his eyes were lying to him. He asked her to do it again. This time, he told her to place her hands on the hood. She did. He watched closely. Her palms touched the hood. He even heard the soft sound of skin against metal. But when she lifted her hands and placed them down again, they sank slightly into the surface like the metal had turned to water, then snapped back to solid. Officer K stepped back. His hand moved toward his service weapon, even just drove past. They never noticed. But he did. He pulled her over. And now she could finally deliver her message. Officer K demanded to know what message she meant. His voice cracked slightly, despite his effort to stay calm. The woman took a step toward him. He stepped back without thinking, his hand still hovering near his weapon. She told him the message wasn't just for him. It was for anyone who would listen, anyone who would finally acknowledge what happened on this highway. She said that night in March 2002, she was driving home from work. A truck crossed the median and hit her head on. She never saw it coming. By the time emergency crews arrived, she was already dead. But something kept her here, trapped on the same stretch of road where her life ended. Officer K tried to make sense of it. He'd worked fatal crashes before. He'd seen the wreckage, spoken to families, felt the weight of loss. But this was impossible. And yet, she stood there, whatever she was telling him, she'd been reliving that night for 23 years. She went on. She said she'd tried to move on, tried to leave, but something always pulled her back. She was bound to this place, tied to the moment she died. She'd watched thousands of cars pass by, watched the world change, while she stayed stuck. In the same second of time, Officer K finally asked, why now? Why show yourself tonight? Her expression changed. The smile faded. Her face blurred slightly, like she was being seen through water. She said she was tired. So tired, she needed someone to know, someone to remember, someone to acknowledge that Sandra Whitmore had lived, and that her death mattered. A wave of unexpected sympathy hit Officer K. Even as his logical mind screamed that none of this could be real, he asked what she wanted him to do. Her form flickered, one moment solid, the next almost transparent. She was fading. She told him to find her family. Tell them she never blamed them. tell them she was ready to let go, she gave him an address, a name, her sister, Evelyn Whitmore Chen. With shaking hands, Officer K pulled out his notepad and wrote it down. Even though part of him knew this sounded insane, his radio crackled. Dispatch updating him. Backup was now 5 minutes away. The woman looked toward the patrol car, then back at him. She said time was running out. She'd held on this long, but she couldn't keep this form much longer. Not like this. Officer K asked what would happen when backup arrived. Would they see her too? She shook her head. Only he could see her. Only he had truly looked. The others would arrive and find him standing alone on a dark highway beside an empty stretch of road, next to a vehicle that would show in their system as impounded more than 20 years ago. Then something changed. The temperature dropped suddenly. Officer K could see his breath in the air. The woman's appearance began to change fast and violently. Her skin turned even paler, almost gray. Dark shadows formed beneath her eyes. And then he saw them. The injuries. The damage from the crash that had killed her. They appeared across her body like an image developing in reverse. What stood in front of him was no longer the calm woman he'd seen sitting behind the wheel. This was something else entirely, something caught between two worlds. And in that moment, Officer K realized he was standing face to face with something that should not exist. Every instinct in his body screamed at him to run, to get back in his cruiser.
On November 2nd, 2025, officers from Cicero attempted to stop a vehicle that was stolen. The suspect fled, and officers lost him. Later that evening, officers from Villa Park spotted the same vehicle and attempted to stop it, but the car fled again.
Alex, they're coming your way. We're passing Villa right now. All right, Alex, we're coming up in 2 seconds. Let's see that lights. Right there. Yeah, give me a lane. Good stick, good stick, good stick, good stick. Good stick. We're continuing westbound past Ardmore. Good stick, good stick. Good job. Approaching Addison. Looks like we're going to continue westbound. Upright McLaren, approaching Westmore, slowing down speeds of 45. Turning to the foremost liquor parking lot here. And northbound, it's going to come out west onto Westmore. Looks like we got one bail from the left driver's side. Hit the guardrail, one left. Hit the guardrail, one left bail, northbound Westmore. Go, Dan, go. Eastbound Holly, he just lost the wheel or lost the tire. Eastbound Holly, he just lost the wheel or lost the tire. Still going eastbound Holly. Slow roll, 10 miles an hour. Get the f*** out! I'll tase the f*** out you. Get down, you're under arrest! We got 3 on foot. I'm chasing one eastbound, Holly and Bierman. Male Hispanic, white hoodie, gray jeans. Stay down! I'm gonna tase you again. I got punched in the face. Get him! He punched me in the face. Get down! Get down! Get down! I'm gonna shoot you. Get the f down now. Get out of your face! Get on the ground. I got a county guy with me. Take him into custody. Get out of your face. Stupid. Hope you like jail. That's where you're going. You shit yourself? You shit yourself. I smell shit. Because I smell shit.
Officer guy, let me up.
Shut the f up. That's nice. Probably paying for that. Shut the f up.
I tell you to the man, you bogus. Oh, God, shit, man.
I don't give a f you going to jail. You punched me in the face. You stupid.
I apologize.
No apologizing. Alright. Remember me? You wanted to fight me in your living room. Guess you got your chance.
You're right, bud.
Yep. And guess who won? I did. Stand up. You ain't trying. Get up.
I'm gonna try, buddy. What's up, buddy? My pants, buddy.
I don't care about your pants. Stand up.
I'm trying to. Let me put my pants up.
Your pants. Stand up. Oh. Victor 1, I have Isaac in custody.
Why are you so aggressive?
Oh, you tried to punch me in the face. Not try. You did punch me in the face, and you ran from 3 different police departments. So excuse me for not being in the most friendly mood right now. So when you're done with me, You get to deal with a couple other towns. Right now, I get priority because I caught you.
That's cool, but how much money does it?
I don't care right now. Spread your feet. Throw him like, oh, we got one more running.
Hold on, he's got the thing right in his goddamn ass. Are you gonna go take somebody else down?
I would love to. I would like to put him in my car, though. He's in my custody.
I'm gonna get him his medical because my dad's
The medical's coming.
I'm gonna take care of that. Go get your other guy.
I can't. He's in my custody. If he's not in my car, I can't go in.
I'll take care of him. Bye.
Right here. Hey. 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 Hey there, stop. Come back, come back, come back.
I'm up to the business. He's out of the street.
Hey. Hey. Philip Park, let me see your hands. You got something? No.
Right.
Victor 2. He's most likely trying to get home. We need cars, 1 block east.
What's the description?
Victor 2, it was a skinny build, 5'9", all black. We had him running across Beerman up to these houses. Yeah.
Run away, how the back?
I got him over here, inside this house. Come on with your hands up! Help me get this fence open. He's in here.
In the garage?
Yeah.
Not answering her because she's crazy.
This wants to fight.
And she sent me videos of her just messing with her, pushing her in her head, making her cry.
Okay. So, you know, the videos, I did see them too.
On December 16, 2024, police received a call reporting a serious safety risk to an infant. The call was made by the biological father of a 1-year-old girl in a state of apparent panic and distress, requesting urgent intervention from authorities. The call stemmed from several disturbing videos and messages, identified as being sent by the child's mother. The accompanying messages warned that the child would be abandoned if the father did not pick him up, rapidly escalating the severity of the situation. According to initial verified information, the mother left her home to hang out with friends, leaving her 1-year-old daughter at home without any adult supervision. The child was left unattended for nearly 2 hours, without adequate care or safety precautions. Given the child's young age, they were unable to protect themselves or handle dangerous situations, making the incident a high-risk one. Immediately after receiving alarming information, the father rushed to the mother's residence to check on his child. There, he found the 1-year-old girl alone in the house, without any adult supervision. Given the dangerous situation for the infant, the father immediately took the child away and went straight to the police station to report the incident and request assistance.
Hi there.
Too bad. How about you guys?
We've had better days.
Better days? What's going on today?
So, me and her mother split up, and I've, of course, been not answering her because she's crazy.
This wants to fight.
Okay.
And she sent me videos of her just messing with her, pushing her in her head, making her cry. She's pouring, and I just want to go emergency custody or however I go about just getting custody of her or whatever.
Okay.
Just
Where do you
The
guys
fighting started yesterday morning. And it's
Gotcha.
been going
3809 Simpson Avenue over in Fairfax.
Okay, that's where you guys actually live?
Yes. That's
Okay.
where I
And
live.
she lives up here.
Okay, where does she live?
Westover.
Westover?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be kind of complicated because technically where you guys are taking residence, where the child is currently, is supposed to be the department that's supposed to take the report on this. We can obviously... Okay. Do you have the videos and everything?
Yes.
Do you have them like saved?
My phone did.
Yeah.
Just
I don't know how to volume on. Yeah, good.
that's the so. And that's what's spitting on
It's
it. And she was doing it because I wasn't answering the phone.
Okay.
And she just keeps doing it. I mean,
How old?
She's literally a year and a couple of days 19.
I don't know if she should be here.
What's her name? Tom's.
The father, clearly outraged by the mother's actions, explained to the police that the child had been left alone for an extended period, and the mother had left to attend a party.
I just want
So
to
I'm
go
going
the
to
fastest route, so I just
get
pulled in
more
here because I just picked her up.
What's next? You got
over here on Bellwood.
He's fake number. Everyone does it.
2002.
It's that,
2002?
That Kia
Yeah.
Altima, that blue one.
and she has no license.
What's her name?
The kid home yesterday when all that
How do you spell
fight
her last
happened.
name?
W.
Minutes later,
M.A.N.
she's stalking my house. I got video of her driving past
Do
my
you happen to know her birthday?
Yeah, it's 2004.
What's the phone number that she keeps sending stuff from?
Oh, third bunch of
What's
texts.
her real phone number?
Look, these
51. My phone
these are all
is dead,
numbers. I mean, they go
but
on
it's
and on.
her actual number is 513. 3132.
Yeah, I got
But
to save an
I had
actual
it
number.
blocked because I'm just tired of her blowing me up on the mouth. You know?
Right.
Well, I was going
So I
tomorrow
blocked
morning
her,
anyway.
and her way to like get me unblocked was, I guess, sending a video. She's like, if you don't unblock me, da da da. I'm not seeing it because I'm at work.
Right.
And then I seen that video, and oh my god, I was ready for post-heaven.
Yeah. One thing I would, obviously you talked about Child Protective Services.
I'm going there in the morning.
Yeah, go get a hold of them as soon as possible, okay? Make sure that you make a full report with them, explain everything that's going on.
Everybody just told me like I'd go to the police station at least so it showed you had a report and it was urgent or whatever.
Yep.
But I just want to do the best route.
I'm going to tell you probably at best to, you said it's in Fairfax?
Yeah.
Okay, reach out to